everyone, my name is Shara from Shara Made Crochet. Just wanted to say hi. This is my first podcast episode. I have been wanting to do this for quite a while, but I am an incredibly shy person, so it takes me a couple of tries to work this out. But anyways, I just wanted to start off by giving you an introduction to who I am. My name is Shara, obviously. I have been crocheting for about 8 years. My husband was the one who encouraged me to try it out, and I found it a lot more forgiving than what I knew about knitting, which wasn't very much. It was actually simply the garter stitch. And it was only back and forth, so I don't know very much about knitting. But anyways, through YouTube tutorials, I managed to learn how to do everything with crochet, and in fact it was through watching podcasters and having them talk about what they were doing that I actually figured out how to do garments, because for some reason it was like rocket science to me. But yeah, so I love crochet. I love learning new things about crochet, and I always feel like there is something for me to learn. And some things might be harder than others, but you know, I can take a step back and then try again later. So I'm always trying to perfect my crochet skills, so to speak, by learning new things. There isn't really very much to talk about other than that's how I got started into the fiber arts, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and show some of my finished items. These are just a hodgepodge of things that I've been working on in the last year or two. The oldest one is from 2016, but I am incredibly proud of it, so I wanted to show you. So yeah, the first ones I'm going to show you are, they're amigurumi, but only one is the traditional single crochet amigurumi. The others are all Heidi Bear crochet designs, so they're done with African flower motifs that have been joined together. All of them except for one is done in tencel, which is a cellulose from a tree, or crochet cotton. And all of these are thread size, so they're not going to be very big dolls. In fact, the biggest teddy bear that I have is made from fingering weight wool. So yeah, and I'll actually give you a size comparison. But another thing to note is that the thread that I get this from, they're all mainly used for weaving. So they're very tiny. All of these are done in 1.65 millimeter crochet hooks. The larger teddy bear, the fingering weight one, is done probably in like a 2.5, but that was done like several years ago. So anyways, getting right to it. So this one is Atuin, the African flower turtle. I love this color combination. I embroidered the eyes because this is mostly for children to, I don't know, play with, or at least have in their nurseries. And I didn't want them poking out the eyes, so it's easier to replace an embroidered eye rather than a safety eye. So yeah, this is Atulin. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but that's how I'm pronouncing him until I've been corrected. The next one I have here is Thandy. Only the white is in the tencel, everything else is in the crochet cotton. Can never do her horn right, but I'm very pleased with how she came out. She's beautiful. So yeah, there's Thandy. Then I have the smaller Lolo. This is all done in tencel thread. I saw the color combination, I fell in love with it, and I'm not the biggest fan of it on the turtle. Perhaps on the teddy bear. Perhaps if I had done it, I don't know, maybe on a different animal, I probably would have been able to get away with it. I thought these were really good colors for a baby boy, but I think it's too dark. I probably should have replaced this looks black, it's actually a navy blue. Should have switched this with the royal blue. But anywho, he's done. And then this one is the other Lolo. This is the very first one I've ever done. So this is actually the oldest, not the blanket. But this is the oldest one I've ever, this is the first one. This was made, I think, back in 2014. My friend, she was the first one in my group of friends that had gotten pregnant, and I didn't realize it, but 9 months went really fast. And like before I knew it, she had a baby. So I decided to make it ahead of time and basically make a hope box for my own child. And my son actually really loves this guy. This is made with safety eyes, but he doesn't mess with the eyes too much. I'm the one that's usually playing with the doll, and he laughs at it, so there's that. Oh, and then the size comparison, look. This is fingering weight. This is huge. And this is the thread weight. Look how tiny. Like half the size. Could be a baby. Okay, so size comparison. Major difference. And then this is the regular Ami. This is Timothy the T-Rex by Blue Phone Studios. And this was done in Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn pale aqua gradient. And then the black, or the variegated color, is Poolside Siesta in the same brand. And I omitted his legs because I didn't have any more yarn, but quite frankly I would have probably omitted the legs anyway because I don't like making them. I can never do it right. So, ta-da! That's all of my amigurumi. And then I've gotten into a really big cowl kick. I'm going to start with this one. This one is the only one that's different than the rest. This one I was trying to make a sleep sack for another friend who's having a baby. It turned out to be too big. And I despise frogging, so I decided to make an executive decision and snip it. So it is a cowl now, and it's a very nice and fluffy cowl. This is made with a 6mm crochet hook and Joann's Big Twist Rainbow Classic yarn. way back in the day, like, not way back in the day, more like 7 to 8 years ago. This is a discontinued color. Joann's had a period of time where I think they were going through a contract change with the people who made their yarns. So, yeah, the texture of it is a lot different than the newer yarns, than the yarns today, really. And this is one of the discontinued yarns. They have more, instead of gradient colors, they have more variegated, short variegated colors, which is, you know, unfortunate. But I have a big ball of this, and I have enough to make something else, because it's a big ball of yarn. So I have enough to make maybe another one, or, I don't know, something else that's equivalent to a regular skein of yarn. And then these ones are all done. The pattern is Hannah of the Cozy Cottage Crochet, her Mirage Cowl Ponytail hat pattern. And this is in, I think I did all of these in a 5mm crochet hook. The first couple of ones I made were made the exact way that she asked for. After that, I kind of just stuck to the cowl because I was using them more as cowls than as a ponytail hat. So anyways, this is in Aquamarine. This is Hobby Lobby Sweet Divinity Aquamarine. So there we go. It's really pretty. It's more turquoise than I think the camera is kind of showing off, but it's beautiful. So there's that one. This is done in Karen Simply Soft Pagoda and the other half of the Pale Aqua Gradient. And blue is one of my favorite colors, so a lot of these are either going to be in shades of blue or shades of pink and red, because I've also been going through a pink kick. So there it is. This one is in Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby's Katarina in the colorway Regal Rose. And then the bottom here, and then this crab stitch edge, is 2 strands of Michael's wool-like, or impeccable wool. It is in the darker gray color, which I can never remember the name of, and the rose color, because you can't really tell through this, but these are shades of pink and purple mixed with gray. So up here is purple and gray, down here is like a hot pink with a baby pink, or pastel-y pink. So there's that. This one is done in the same way, but there's more pinks. So I did this with the mauve colorway. I did the same thing. I doubled up 2 strands of wool-like together to make a DK weight. And it's definitely pinker and redder in real life, but I guess we're just going to have to work with what I got at the moment. So there's that. And then this one is done in Karen Simply Soft Navy, and the blue marled is a yarn that a friend of mine got when she was in Japan for about, I don't know, 7 years of my life. I had at least one friend living in Japan for one reason or another, whether it be for school, whether it be for work, they were there, and it was pretty awesome. And one of the things they said was they didn't really know where to find yarn, but one of my friends actually ended up finding this colorway for me, the blue marled, and it's so pretty. It's it's 80% acrylic and 20% wool, and it's a chunkier weight yarn. It is so nice. It kept me so warm the other day. It's not as cold here where I live at the moment as like other places, but like we got some random snow yesterday and it's all melted because halfway through the day it turned into rain, because that's just how it is. But it's definitely cold enough to wear the cowl. So that's it for the cowls. The next one is, I'm going to show you the Malia bags that I've been making. The Malia bags are Yarn and Chai, is a Yarn and Chai design. And all of these are done in like, I wanted to try out different, I don't know, methods, because through her Facebook page, the Malia pattern was done as a crochet along. So it came with the bottom part, the middle section, and then the finishing. And she said that if you wanted to make it bigger or smaller, here are your multiples, and there you go. So I did it in different variations. So this first one that I'm going to show you is more like a handbag, not a regular purse, something that you would put over your chest and take out like on a casual day. It is lined, but I did not line it. I worked so hard on this bag that my sewing skills are so subpar that I really didn't want to chance destroying it, so I asked somebody to do the lining for myself, and then for me, and then while she was doing that, I was learning how to box and line bags so that I could do it myself. And this is it. This is 10 inches by 11 inches. So it's the proper size. Let me see if I have, sorry about the rustling. Here. Woo. This is a normal bag. Regular size. Yeah. They're about the same. So, ooh, a pretty bad crease. This was just hanging out on the side over here. But anyways, I did it with 2 strands of Knit Picks Curio, which is basically another type of crochet thread. It's a size 10 crochet thread, and I used, for the base of the bag, I used a 2.25 millimeter crochet hook. Ooh. And then for the rest of it, I used a 2.75. And I love it. The bag definitely needs to get washed, but to get lined the inside. So there's that one. The rest of them are tote bag size. And they're done with like more traditional, I can't really say that. They're tote bag size. So this is the first one. This is in Premier Home Cotton, and I used a 3.5 for the base and a 3.75 for the the body. And the colorway, let's see if I can find it, Honeydew Splash. So, this one was done in Hobby Lobby's Fresh Haven in the Jade Green colorway. It does not look jade green to me. It looks more like a soft sage green. This is a tencel yarn. I love working with tencel. It's like silk without the price. And this one is also lined. Ooh. The edge is horrible. So yeah, there we go. And then I added a button because I'm too chicken right now to use, and it's not really a button, it's a metal magnetic clasp. But I'm too intimidated right now to use a zipper and line my crochet project because I really don't want to mess it up, and I feel like I need more practice. But yeah, it is lined. Haha. Here we go. And there is the metal magnetic clasp. There's that. And then this one was also done in crochet thread. It is tote bag size. I adjusted the pattern to fit my needs concerning sizes. So yeah, and then this one's also lined with another magnetic clasp. And it's done in Hobby Lobby Artiste or Artist yarn, held double. I used the same crochet hooks as I did with the smaller curio, but it's just much bigger. And it is lined with matching turquoisey fabric, and I love it. I haven't been using them. I made these primarily to sell, but I won't get into that too much. I do still want to sell these because I loved making them. However, I guess I'm just gonna have to find the right kind of people who would want something like that. But moving along, that's neither here nor there. So then the next ones I have are just a hodgepodge of things. This is a pair of fingerless gloves in the wool-like rose colorway and beige colorway. This is, I believe, the Victorian Lacy, no, Victorian fingerless gloves. And I used a 3.5mm crochet hook, and I added a little extra at the top over here so that they could fit over, not over, but like get to the second knuckle and cover them a little bit better. To give you an idea of how small my hands are, I used the smallest child size, and they fit perfectly. But yeah, my hands are tiny. And so this one is an adaptation of a pattern by One Dog Wolf. This is the Wildflower Tunic that has been adapted into a cardigan vest type thing. Basically, I just wanted it to cover up my shoulder and my back when I'm wearing summer attire. I'm contemplating whether or not I want to add a zipper to it, or if I should just go ahead and buy like a really pretty belt and just have it belted around my waist so that it could be form-fitting. I'll probably end up doing that just so that I don't ruin something that I worked hard on with something, like, I don't want to destroy this. It's really nice. This is made in the Lion brand Kobu yarn in the lilac color, and I used a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. Yeah, and all I did actually was I did the back as the pattern said. It's a free pattern, but I did the back the way the pattern said, and then for the front I just split it in half. So it's 3 panels equaling the back, but it's open instead of like a regular shirt. So there's that one, and then this one is also a modified pattern. This was Bago Day's Round the Rosie baby dress, and I modified it to turn into a shirt for myself. I was trying to make it into a beach cover-up because I was a few weeks away from going to California, and we were planning on going to the beach. So I wanted a beach cover-up because I'm not confident enough to like just be in my bathing suit. Anywho, this was done in Lion Brand's Ombre Life color, in Lion Brand Ombre Life. It's 2 balls of that yarn. I was really hoping that I could get it to be more short dress size, but it turned into a shirt, which is fine. And it did everything that I needed it to, so I can't really complain, at least about the size of the shirt, but here it is. Now, I don't actually know if you can tell. Maybe if I bring it a little closer. Can't do it too close because the camera decides that it doesn't want to focus anymore. So, can you see what I see? I thought that they were very pretty flowers, but when I wore it, it turned into skulls. So, yeah, my husband thought they were shells. I was like, I didn't really care because, like, it was pretty. And then his cousins and his aunts were like, it looks like skulls. So now I have a very pretty pink. This is done in the dusk colorway of Ombre Life. Yeah, but it works well enough. I just wish that it wasn't more or less only suitable for Halloween. I'll wear it no matter what, whenever, but yeah. And then I tried it on for my friend, and she was like, I see skulls. I'm like, okay, well, that settles that. And then this last one that I'm going to show you is folded into 3 ways because this basically fits a king or a queen size bed. This is the Floral Cascade Afghan. Oopsies. Oh no. Okay. It got unfolded. So yeah, so anyways, Floral Cascade Afghan. This was done in the Lion Brand Pound of Love light yellow colorway with white. It is a cable crochet pattern with puff stitches. to get the effect. It's gorgeous, I feel. So it is done in panels. It's done in 4-leaf panels, 2 berry panels, and the floral center pattern. So here is the berry and leaf pattern. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this camera, so I do apologize if I'm all over the place. Boop. Here we go. So there we go. Doop, 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 doop. There we go, berry and leaf. And then this side is the floral side. I think I used a 6mm crochet hook. And then I think I also added about 18 stitches on either side to get it to be a little bit wider. But there you go. So this is one of my favorite patterns. I absolutely love making it because it's done in panels. So the longest part is the center part, and so since it's done in pieces, like, it doesn't feel like I'm taking forever to do a row, because like I have gotten through the leaf pattern in a day. So like a week, and I'm done making 5 panels for this blanket. The longest part, like I said, is the floral part, and if I am diligent, I guess, I can probably get that part done in like a little over a week. I don't know. But yeah, so that's my those are my FOs. That's my big pattern. I have made one like it for my friend's grandmother. She seemed to really like it. They're very crochet worthy people. But I haven't really asked her very much about it, just simply because she's going through some medical problems, and the last thing she needs is for me to ask her how my blanket is doing. But yeah, I do have some whips, but seeing as how this video is over 30 minutes, and I don't have, that was so many finished objects, I only have one of my whips around me, and quite honestly, I kind of want to do another video on my whips, but yeah, I have a really bad case of startitis, so I have so many, and some of them are like, I started them yesterday, and some of them I started a couple years ago. And I really do want to, my goal this year is to bring that down. So I think I'm going to go ahead and stop here for now, and I'm going to go ahead and try to work on the whip video. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you again, or I hope to talk to you again soon.